What's up, everyone? Finally got my webcam fixed. Hope you're all doing well. New week, new Void Rift. Figured I've gone through hard twice now. Quick video on how I'm going through. Hard is more difficult. Obviously, it's harder. But what we have here is you have two less heroes that you can actually bring in. So it becomes a little bit more challenging to choose which heroes you're going to pick in order to go through. And for me, sometimes it's trial and error. Obviously, this rotation I've gone through right to the end. So I have a rough idea on which heroes are going to go where. The challenge then becomes it's the RNG, right? It's the what am I going to crit? Not all my heroes have 100% crit rate. So what we're just going to do, again, these guys are real slow. Sorry, I got my camera right behind my screen here. And then what we're going to do is get some damage out. Get some support out. We're going to have to get this damage out. And I like to put this one here. So that when he moves that corner, he has that support. Let's get the hero in to protect all of these platform and my two tanks here. And then I have Olag going to go in right about here. So Olag does take a beating, but just enough to slow him down. And at this point, oh, I wasn't even watching. Yeah. So the other hard part about this is you really are looking at a bunch of things. So knowing that, again, you've tried it a few times, you know the strategy. I'm not putting Dolores down. I'm going to get my Elowen down sooner so that I can get that cleanse out sooner. A Medan also works here. I do need the damage to start so that he can start doing some damage here. And then I'll get Elowen out so that ultimate can cycle through. And then we can get Dolores down. This may not work, but we'll have to see. Okay, and then we're going to put him down. Yeah, okay, so now I have Elowen up. We're going to have to get him down and almost immediately get the healer out. And I was that slow. Oh, boy. And here we go. Let's try again. It's all about timing on this one. You got to be precise. You got to get a little bit lucky. But we know we need to get our two tanks down first right away. I do like Abomination because he does have a passive that can heal. As long as they're not under heal reduction. So let's get Elowen down right away. Any strong attack-based archer here would do well. Start getting that ultimate going. We do want our other attack base champ to go. Now we also got to take a look here and get a heal in. So we did get a little bit lucky. Not that lucky, but hopefully we could still finish him off. Get our nuker down up here. Once this boss dies, we're good. So there, and there. Start getting those to recycle. Now we just got to be careful. Again, we're close to that heal. He's probably going to die before we can revive him. But at that point, we can now cleanse and get the heals up for support. And get our other tank up. So good timing there. If we can keep them alive. And now we're going to just focus on clearing these waves. So we do want one of our nukers here. I probably could have kept her here, to be honest. And then we'll get this up. Get the heal reduction, get some nukes out. We got another 7 to go. Get the ultimate out. Now I have my backup tank just in case I need it. And we wait for the last rush. So this spot doesn't need to be covered. That's the spot that the boss will travel up and around and all the way around to get to. So that spot really only needs to be covered if the boss makes it around the corner. But otherwise, what do we have here? Let's get some damage out. Let's get our nuke out. We got to get the cleanse out. And there we go. So first boss complete. Did take a couple of tries, but here we are. I'm going to skip forward to the next boss so that you can see, I mean, there's all the other smaller waves that are in between, but we'll skip ahead to the next one and we'll chat about that one. All right, we're back. So we just kind of went through this all. We do have a couple of trickier levels. This is actually one of the trickier ones. I have been going full auto. Again, here we go. This one ended up getting through. I don't know if I'm going to beat this level at first try. So now we'll have to see. At the end of the day, with these last levels, the name of the game is to freeze them, to petrify them, so that way they don't move and they don't. So if you can quickly get their damage down, and then that way you can deal with, because then they'll be frozen in place. You can deal with that with them in that stationary position. So again, having two less heroes, I would have put one in this far right spot, looking upwards, so that way we could attack these summoners, so we get them early. The other one would be up here, same thing, looking across to the right, so that we could get these summons before they come in. But because we do have less heroes to choose from here, we do have to strategically place them and group them. The next level, I actually can't remember if I actually completed the final boss of this rotation or not. I'm pretty sure I was able to do Thorador, but I can't remember if I did this last rotation on hard or not. So we'll see. We'll go through this together and we will see. So at this point, we do have the 3 left, and then the one up here that we're just trying to get through. I did recall my 2 heroes down here because obviously we don't need them anymore. And we're just going to change the direction to help us finish them off. There we go. Just to help us out. And then again, I cleared her because no one else would. I guess I could have cleared Abomination and put him down, but there we have it. So last one. Let's see what we can do. I didn't show you any of those levels because they're relatively easy. Let's quickly go through this one. Again, with these levels, these are the relatively easy ones. You just get your tanks down, get your damage out, group them all up, congregate them in one spot, and then get your AoE DPS down. So I did use Greed here because of the AoE damage, the slow. I am using Boreas here. You can use any other AoE damage dealer. Boreas with his nerf. I was actually going to reset him and get all my legendary crystals back, but then I continued with some arena fights, and he still is okay. I do have other champions or other heroes rather, that I've started to use. So Boreas, I literally have slowly started to replace him in places, but he does still come in handy in some of the content. So I decided to leave him as is instead of resetting him. We did all get a free reset crystal, so down the road I can always decide, but he is still a hard hero to get, so I might as well leave him in case something happens. Okay, so I did not. Now, if I recall correctly, now what do we have? Mage classes have increased attributes. If I recall correctly, I got destroyed very quickly here. So mage classes. So I got my Vierna, 2 archers. I probably want to bring another mage in. I can only bring the one. So here's the strategy. And we're just going to pause it for a second. So we're going to put a tank down here to the right of the summoning crystal. Ideally a tank that can take a lot of hits, that can survive and support themselves. I did have Thorador here, but I needed the extra cost. So I downgraded to the Lion, and that way I save myself 6 costs so I can actually place the rest of my champs, my heroes down. Down here, you are going to need 3 damage dealers, 1 on the bottom, 1 in the middle, and then you are going to need a tank on the top. So a tank that can actually take a lot of hits and support. So I have Abomination, Olag, and Wrath that are my 3 down here. You will need a healer, ideally a long range healer. So again, I have Vortex. If I place Vortex in this spot, I believe, on the top, the range is able to get right across and basically cover this whole area, which is good. And then that leaves my 2 nukers, or my 2 real damage dealers. So I put one on this path facing the tank so that they can help support and kill the ads that come. And then I have one here as well that looks downwards, helps to support, but ultimately kills the 2 summoners that are on the right side, ideally. And that is the team. That is at least the strategy. Now that I think about it, I think this was last week's rotation and I wasn't able to do it. So let's see what we can do. So we'll put the tank down first. Okay, we'll get the nuker down to help support. Okay, then that they're going to need support. So let's do that. And that wasn't enough. I do like to leave Olag for last to place here. I might need to put my healer down first. Let's put that one there just to keep him alive, and then we'll get the nuker down. And I think I'm actually going to do this time. So I'm able to support. I don't know if I wanted to do that. I think I needed to get my damage down. Wrath needs to go next. Yeah, I may not have the support here. No. Okay, so I have everything else covered. So Vierna can't go down next. I need to put my 2 damage down. And then I can get my Vierna down. So we will have to go the first round here. So let's try again. And if I can't do it, you know what? We got most of the rewards. It's good. This boss does hit hard. Let's try this first because he does stun, so he can provide a little bit more support. Yeah, see, and then we can get that healer down. So at least we could start with some of that damage. Again, we're going to face these all inwards because the boss is going to pull up here. I don't have heal support here, which is going to be tough. You do need the second one to support the top. This boss does attack the last placed person, so you do want to strategically place them. We're going to go here with Vierna. At some point, we're going to need that shield up, and at this point, Olag goes down. Okay, Vierna is going to help to support. This is what we have. We did lose 1. Let's see if we can survive this. Olag did go down. Again, this boss one-shots everybody. The last placed hero, and that's all we can do. So we don't have the heroes to do it. I'm not that worried. This is a tough boss. Next week, next round, we'll be able to complete them. It's just you can't compete when the boss just one-shots you and destroys you that way. So the boss rewards is 1, and then the rewards behind them is 2. So instead, we're just going to claim these rewards. They're still decent rewards for as far as we got. Right? The gleaming ones, we got some permits, and then, of course, you check the gear. Those are no good. And that's it. So nice myth roll. We got some nice spirits here, a lot of good gems, and diamonds and the meteorites. And that's it. We wait till next week. We'll catch you all in the next video. Take care, everyone.